Same.
What's going on, baby girl? Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of interviews and shit, but this week been kind of crazy because I've been having a bunch of no call, no shows and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And
Well, I hope they're. Oh, you drinking coffee?
yeah, you ain't drunk no coffee today?
No, not today. I have a I have a coffee thing. Just been I'm still on West Coast time,
Yeah.
so I've been kind
See,
of
yeah, because that's one thing that I probably gonna hate if I ever go to the West Coast or any other time zone is the adjustment of the time zone.
yeah.
Cause yeah, it's I swear, but yeah, it's just people. I was just sitting here thinking today. I said people don't realize how damaging a no call, no show is to a person psychologically.
Well, I think especially if they don't reach out to you, to me that's just not very professional.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Because on a psychological tip, it makes you think: Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? You know, especially from the world I come from the porn world, because you have a female that you'll sit there and be talking to, you think everything all cool. Y'all supposed to work together, and then all of a sudden now you can't reach her or find her. You like, what the fuck? What did you know? Or if they get an attitude,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I had a situation where a girl get an attitude, talking about some, you bugging me. I'm like, how I'm bugging you? I ain't talked to you in almost 3 weeks.
Right.
You know. So, but yeah, it's kind of like you know, it fucks with you mentally. A lot of people don't realize that shit.
Well, you know, I can see that, but I feel like at the same time, like someone had to tell me this. I don't know. Do you know who Doc Chocolate is? Have you heard of Doc Chocolate?
Yeah. Oh, come on
Oh
now.
yeah, you know
He
Doc.
done been on the show twice, and I've been on his show.
That's
Remember?
right.
It
Okay,
been that long, ladies and gentlemen. It has
I
been.
was talking to Doc. He gave me some advice. It was funny because I was like, "Oh, you're right." And he's like, "What? What'd you say?" I said, "You're right." But it's like, after you've gone through that experience with them, and you're like, "Well, did I? Maybe this wasn't the best person for me to do business with." You know what I mean? It's kind of like, do I really want to do business with this kind of person that doesn't give me any heads up or doesn't communicate or. So it's like, you're better off that way, Bobby.
Now, the way I look at it is, don't get an attitude, motherfuckers. If you see me at the exotic and I pay you no damn attention, don't
Absolutely.
get an attitude. Don't get mad. Don't get upset because I look at, and on top of that, if I ever get to the point where I get back to filming as me being behind the camera and I'm paying people, and
Hmm.
you don't get a phone call, don't take it personal. Think back to when I hit your dumb ass up for a damn podcast interview, and you
Right.
either turned me away or you did a no call, no show
Right.
and bullshit me. Period. Because like I said, I take shit on the chin a lot in this
But you
business,
don't forget.
but I don't forget shit like an elephant. I don't.
No. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. They can at least call you, text you, "Hey, I'm running late." Like I just text you, I was like, "I'm running 10
Yeah.
minutes late."
Yeah,
you know,
because I mean, it don't take much. And then what kill me is people act like they just don't like like they don't. Which I understand, people get a lot of DMs. I get that,
right.
but you can't sit here and tell me you don't check your DMs. That's bullshit. Because as a man myself,
Yeah.
even when I get a bing, I sit there with the notification.
Right.
So it's kind of like to me at the end of the day, like I told people, I said because I had people that want to sit here and talk about they want to get paid for an interview, and I that's the same look that I gave them. That's the same look that I gave them. Because let me make this clear, and I heard this on the number one podcast in the world. Joe Button don't pay a goddamn soul to come on his shit. Joe Button don't pay a soul. Joe Rogan don't pay nobody. The Breakfast Club never paid anybody to come on their show.
I don't think that's tip like I mean, I have a friend that does a lot of interviews, and I don't
Mhm.
recall her ever saying like, "Oh, I got
No,
paid to do."
no, you don't get paid to do these interviews. When people go to Tamarind Hall, they have to go through their publishers to get booked.
Right.
They don't get paid. Now, they do give what is called a rider, which means, so people understand what a rider is. Let's say Kelly was coming to do a show with me. I would ask her what would she like, what kind of drink she like to drink, what kind of food she want there. If she wants some weed, I have some weed there for her. But no money gets exchanged. So I had a male talent who haven't done half the work of someone that if I did, let me make this clear, if I ever paid anybody in this lifetime on the male side,
right.
Let me give you these 3 names that would get that. And I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even ask me for a dime. Alfonso Lays, Avian nominated motherfucker.
Oh, Alfonso. Hey, Alfonso.
Richard Mann, Avian nominated motherfucker. And but last but not least, Nasty fucking Montana. Why? Because he just shot with everybody.
But I'm hoping to meet. Yeah, and you know what? You're right. They wouldn't ask you.
They wouldn't even ask me. Period. They're happy to be on there. Period. But like I said, just, to me, it's just the crazy part of being in the podcast world. Hello, smokers. How y'all doing? It's Smokers Lounge. I'm not about to go through this whole intro and shit because y'all know what the intro is. Y'all know who the sponsor is. And you know who this sexy lady is beside us. A former member of still a member.
I'm still a member.
She's still a member. She just ain't done nothing in a long time.
I'm on what do you call sabbatical?
She don't. In other words, she done got so damn busy she ain't got time for the podcast, no damn boy. And I'm not mad at her.
Well, now, I'm glad you mentioned that, Bobby, because that's something I want to talk about.
Yeah, because she been busy. See, that's the difference. She has been a busy ass woman, so I'm not even mad at her. I encourage her. I said, "Dog, go ahead, shit, fuck it." The podcast live. The one and only, the Blasian goddess, Kellie Shin. Say hello to the smokers again.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be back, and I'm so glad to see Bobby.
I'm glad to see you. And the fans missed you because a lot of motherfuckers was like, "Is she still doing the podcast?" I had a couple fans hit me and say, "I said right now she's on she's right now career oriented." I said one day she will be back on the podcast, and who knows, one day the Blasian Goddess Hour will be back.
Yes, I hope it'll be soon. I mean, it's been like you said, I've been busy, and it's interesting because I had to kind of reevaluate things.
Mm-hmm.
That because it got to the point where I was like, I don't think this shit's healthy for me. I was like, I think I might need a break.
See, see, what's funny, people, is I told her this was going to happen. She did. No one believes me when I tell them they about to blow up until they blow up.
Well, because I think it's one of those things when you're in it, and I had to tell someone this, because someone said oh, I was on my clips or someone mentioned your clips for sale, my studio was doing well. I think I was in the top 12 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea because I just, I didn't come up for air. You're so busy right here. You don't come up to kind of look around and see everything. And I was thinking yeah, I need to start looking around a little bit more and stop being so, I just, I've been camming and not to put everyone's business out there, but I've been camming on a platform with a agency.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just departed from them, and now they're after me for money that they say I owe, which I don't. But anyways, I had to step away. It was starting to get mentally exhausting because I felt like they were forcing me to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of if I wanted to be forced to work, I would have went back to work with a job with a better, with of course, a higher salary or whatever. And I'm I chose to do this to have my own time and to work, on my own speed. So, I got to a point where it was really becoming, it all kind of made me depressed, Bobby. It was really depressing. Camming is it's like a counseling to me. It's it's one-on-one. I was doing one-on-one camming, and it can be very exhausting, when you've gone through, 15 plus calls and there, you feel like you're being forced to work every day,
And see, that's why I was saying, about the business is that when you lose the passion, you lose the drive.
And you know what? This is when it dawned on me. When I was like, maybe I need to take a break. I had somebody hang up on me on a cam call because I think I was boring. Because I
Yeah.
was like tired. I was like, yeah, kind of just going through the motions. And he went, boom, hung up on me.
Yeah, because people don't realize the energy that it takes. Camming takes way more energy than just shooting content. Um, actually, be honest with you, let's keep it 100. Content is way easier than webcamming.
Yeah, because well, when you're working on content, you're working with another talent or another professional.
Hmm.
Here, I'm opening myself up to general pop. In fact, I just looked at one of my messages, and I guess he was upset. And one guy was like, "Well, I hope you're getting paid well," because he was trying to message me outside of the platform and
Hmm.
wanted, more. And you're like, "No, dude, I'm a hoe. That's why I'm on this platform." Okay. So just please just treat me like one. I'm not trying to be anyone's wife or girlfriend
Hmm.
or anything like that. And you run into a lot of that where they're like, "Oh, can I contact you outside the platform?" No. And then when you tell them no, they get mad.
No, because I call them Captain Saberhole clients
I
because
don't.
they automatically assume. That's why I said the downside of our business is that we can't put out certain things that's personal for us as prevalent as that of celebrities in other genres.
Mm.
Like, because I even remember back in the day, even with rappers, they couldn't mention that they were married. You know how many motherfuckers didn't realize that Fabulous had a whole fucking fiance and a kid? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Method Man had a wife.
right.
You know, but you know what I'm saying? Who else? Mariah Carey, Beyonce, all these, they couldn't even, you know, mention that they had a significant other because the fear that it would make them not desirable. You know, period. Now, motherfuckers really don't give a shit for so much, but because they've been trained so much not to think about your outside life,
Right.
they don't think. Well, Kelly might actually had a whole husband at the crib. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know, they automatically assume that y'all doing this because y'all single, because y'all ain't
And
got a man,
when
y'all
you
don't
look
have
at
a personal life.
yeah, I'm like, this is not a dating site. Nowhere does this say dating site. And then, well, and then what you run into, which I love, and it's been an experience for sure. I do enjoy it. I can do it in spurts, but then
Mhm.
I find that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to take a break just to rest my mind
Mhm.
mentally and then go back. Even dealing with like I was doing a show and this kid or this guy
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, put your dildo in your pussy." So I was like, "Okay, put your dildo in pussy, right?"
Mhm.
Okay, now put in your ass. I said, "Oh, wait." I said, "Wait a minute. That's not how it works. You want me to put this in my ass dry?" And he was just like, "Oh, well, I don't know because I'm a virgin." So I'm like, but that, and the sad thing was like he was a virgin. I'm like, oh, I hope he doesn't think that's what sex is. This is not like this is more, you
Mhm.
know, for you to get off and like I hope you don't marry some chick and then try to just stick it in her ass like dry.
Because a lot of people, because see, which goes back to like the thing in Florida we were talking about, they don't want sex education. They don't want certain things to be taught in the school.
Right.
That's some of the shit that need to be taught
Yeah.
because it's not about just sexuality. It's about the actual act, the act itself.
Right.
Because let's keep it 100. How do we learn about the act? Through porn, through other people's experiences,
Right.
not anything that is book wise that could give us knowledge. For example, like most dudes, especially when it comes to anal, our first image of anal sex is porn.
Right.
Because how many motherfuckers experience anal sex and never seen it on porn?
Right.
So in their minds, when we're doing it, they're thinking there's no lube involved, there's no build up, just shove it in her ass and that's it.
Right.
You know, any of that. Just like,
And it'll fit.
yeah, oh yeah, Yeah, no matter what the size is,
Right,
you
right.
can have you can have the biggest dick in the world, it'll fit in her little asshole.
Yeah, exactly. So, like it kind of made me, I had to really reevaluate when when guys are like, well, I'm a virgin, and I have to really kind of scale back. Like, I don't want to give them the impression this is like advanced sex. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, I like advanced folks. Like, don't,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard. Like, if you're coming to me as a virgin, like, guys, like, oh, I want you to take my virginity. No, I do not want to take your virginity. That is for your girlfriend, or that is not. No, I like experience. Like, if like you
Mm-hmm.
didn't been seasoned.
Oh yeah, yeah. And two, also, easy first experience of pussy. This motherfucker might fall in love with the pussy because he never had any.
They never, yeah. It's so I just don't really want any part of that, But it is, I mean, I love it at the same time. It's great, but at the same time, it's like anything else. There's pros and cons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's been very interesting to meet the various personalities that you meet on there. I mean, I've literally gotten all sorts of stuff. It's just I got so much stuff that you start to wonder, like, what is something wrong with the world? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have one guy, I know this is crazy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I was very calm and I was like, okay, sir, well, thank you. And I just clicked and then blocked them. But
Mm-hmm.
people are like, I wanna, tie you up and do all this shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, what the hell's wrong with you?
See, this is the reason why I said when porn became normalized, it was not a great thing. As much as people want to sit here and say that it's not, because what ends up happening is that guys forget that one, you are a woman,
Right.
you are a human being. Despite the fact that yes, you are a webcam girl, you are a porn star, you're still a human being. There should and a woman. There should be some respect there. Period. Two, when it comes to BDSM, they kind of would let you know if they into shit like that by their profile, the videos that they do in the whole nine. So a lot of times, guys automatically, it's just like, for example, you have girls that sit there and put no meetups. The reason why they put no meetups because guys automatically assume that you're a porn star, you're an escort also.
Exactly.
Period. It's the misconception that the fans have that we have to deal with. That
Right.
the average Instagram influencer that's trying to jump into this business and the celebrities had to deal with trying to jump into this side of it, don't have to worry about dealing with.
Right. I get propositioned on there, either meetups or like,
Mm-hmm.
going off. And then when you say, oh, no, thank you or whatever, then they get a little upset. They don't
Mm-hmm.
like your answer, and it's like one of those things, like, I don't like to be ugly. Like, I don't like to be an ugly person. And so it really irritates me when you drive me to be an ugly person. So there's been a few, it's just been, it really, like I said, I do like it in doses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of how I have to treat it.
See, no,
Is
I'm gonna tell you what it was. The money was good.
the money was great. The money is excellent, right? But then you start to weigh out, like, is it really,
Mm-hmm.
is it worth it like that? Is it worth it for you to, uh, like I said, make someone depressed or feel a certain, it wasn't so much I was feeling a certain way, like, from the person. It was just like, God, what's wrong with people? Like, you just get off of calls and like, geez, what the hell's wrong with people?
See, and it makes you judgmental because it's like a lot of people. Like I said, I don't try to judge anybody king. What I judge is the way that you come across that person when you're trying to get them to do your king.
Hmm.
And like I said, we are not the most respected in this world.
Right.
Period. Think about it for a second. Parents would rather see their child be a straight up drug dealer and a murderer than a fucking porn star or an escort or a sex worker.
Right.
I want y'all to think about that for a second.
Well, what was interesting? I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, people find a lot of other weird stuff acceptable, right?
Yeah.
Cheating or just like stuff that comes across every day, you just kind of accept and go, oh.
Mm-hmm.
But if you mention porn, it's like, oh my God. And you're like, why? Everyone has sex.
The reasoning why is because it's sex on camera. It's kind of like Hollywood, okay? Cause I had this conversation before, and I even talked about it on when I did my solo shows. They want you to be a freak on camera, but they don't want you to be publicize your freakness in your personal life.
Mm-hmm.
For example, everybody figured that Will Smith and Jada were freaks. We figured because of rumors that we heard about Will, shit, and even Jada, that they were in an open marriage.
Right.
Funny how the outrage came when we found out they were. You
Yeah.
get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone saying, well, damn, the entanglement.
Yeah.
Ooh, the entanglement. But y'all already was saying that they were in an open marriage. Because we
Right.
were already hearing Will was fucking this. We even heard Will was gay at one point.
Right.
You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? But what was it? Dwayne Martin? I think that's the dude's name. And then when the entanglement came out, they did the red table talk. Even though it made it seem like they wasn't in open marriage, Will didn't look but so upset that he looked kind of embarrassed that they had to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't want here talking about some bitch. Wait a second. I didn't know nothing about you fucking this dude. He never said that.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was now presented as an open marriage, now we saw the issue that Will had.
Right.
You feel me? Will
Right.
being dragged, Will being talked shit about.
Right.
I remember when Tiana Taylor and her husband mentioned that, yeah, they do threesomes. Have we heard from Tiana Taylor? Have Tiana Taylor dropped any albums? No,
Right.
I done heard more music from Shumpert than I done heard from her in the past couple of years since that announcement.
Yeah, it's like if you do it, yeah, it's just kind of like odd, right? You can like go to jail for something, come out, oh, it's still okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
But if you do porn, no, you're a dirtbag.
Yeah, it's just crazy like that. Because even to the point, like when I was listening to Black China, aka Angela White, and she was on Fox News talking about her transformation to becoming a Christian now. Which I'm not nobody for changing their life. I
Yeah,
ain't knocking nobody for going to the religion. But
right,
this is where I got the issue. Don't trash the business that fed you before your ass decided to make that transition.
right, exactly.
I give her props. She did not trash OnlyFans for so much. She didn't trash it. Fox News was trying to get her to say disparaging shit.
Right,
Period.
right,
But to me, that's what it is because you can sit here and scam all fucking day. Get movies done about your ass scamming. Cause we had Madoff, we had documentaries, a movie, and all that shit. Trust me, gonna be a documentary about what's going on with Trump. But as soon as you mention porn, I
yeah,
never forget how disparaging they talked about Stormy Daniels. She makes her money laying on her back. That doesn't mean it ain't got shit to do with the fact that this motherfucker was trying to silence her from talking about them fucking.
right,
Because he's so worried, not that his wife gonna find out, because his wife probably already fucking knew, didn't give a shit.
right,
If they were gonna hurt his election chances.
right. Now, if it was someone other, if he had sex with just like a teacher or just
They
whatever,
wouldn't bat an eye.
it'd be different, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't bat an eye. Period. Think about who just someone recently got fired. Was a no, it wasn't a congressman. It was I know a teacher got fired. Um, a lawyer got fired. Because he found out he had OnlyFans. Well, what the fuck him having OnlyFans got anything to do with? First of all, if he got an OnlyFans and he's a lawyer, y'all need to reevaluate how y'all paying y'all lawyers. I'm just saying.
Though, okay, now think about this, and this is funny because I had a conversation with my husband about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we talk about content creators, people on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people realize a lot of those people are professional people.
They don't.
They're
Because
professional people. They have careers.
no, they don't even realize some of y'all done got college degrees, masters and bachelors and all that shit. Period. Because they automatically assume that you had no other choice but to do porn. Right. You was forced into it. You was sex trafficking into it.
Childhood. You were raised in the wrong side of the tracks, right?
Not realizing that there's a consent that goes with porn. Because we have to sign paperwork.
Yeah.
We have to give up ID. Period. We do have say so on who we fuck, how we fuck,
right,
and the whole nine.
Right.
Now don't get it twisted. You make now when it comes to paid gigs, you still have a choice to take the paid gig or not take the paid gig.
Correct. Yeah.
Period. The only thing you don't have a choice in is who you might fuck in front of that camera.
Right.
They gonna put that in front of you. But you have a choice to take that paid gig or not. There's always a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was having this conversation, and I said this myself. The reason why more girls have now jumped into this business, the reason why OnlyFans allowed girls and aided girls to jump into this business is because of one reason. They figured out many of them don't want to fuck a dude.
Oh.
And the reason why I say that because fetish is now taking over. A lot of girls want to start doing fetish now, which is I find funny. This is just my theory. The reason why they want to do fetish is not that it's more money, because you can make money. There's too many ways for women to make money in this business. Correct. Stop that. Y'all can make money webcamming, dick rating, customs, content, whether it's solo, boy, girl, webcam. Y'all can do phone sex, any of that.
Seller underwear, seller socks. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, y'all can piss on camera and make money. We can't. Let's make that clear. We can shit. Y'all can shit on camera. We can't. Ain't nobody gonna pay to see a man shit on something.
And I've been asked to do that.
Yeah. So the reason why y'all girls opt for fetish, because y'all don't want to fuck a dude. Y'all say it every time. I don't want to fuck all these dicks. I'm worried that my family might find out, because it's a little easy to explain you fucking with a dildo than you fucking 4 dudes in a gangbang.
Right.
And that's the reason why, because a lot of girls opted not to get into porn back in the day because they knew they had to fuck to get in. Period. Even with escorting, a lot of girls opted for escorting over porn because I ain't got to do it on camera. So everybody ain't gonna know the body count.
Right.
Why is it that when women get into sex work, now you want to worry about your body count, when sex work is about a body count? Thoughts? Hold on. Before you speak, now all these girls want to be swingers and want to be poly and all this shit until porn come up. You ain't worried about body counts then, because in swinging, you're going to get a shitload of body count because you got to go to swinger parties. So go ahead, speak.
I mean, I really don't. You're right. You're right. And to be honest with you, it's funny because I'm like the opposite. When guys want to do some fetish shit, I'm like, shit, can't you just jack off and look at my titties or ass and watch me? Can't we just do that? What happened to that? Why do you want to watch me use the bathroom and talk about somebody, like all these, odd little things where I'm like, you don't just want to see tits and ass and, pussy and, let's masturbate.
Because when porn lost its taboo, it became more extreme. You want to know why motherfuckers want fetish? They're bored with seeing girls fucking. They're bored with seeing pussy and tits, because let me tell you why. When I go on my timeline at 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning, guess what I'm seeing?
I know, especially on Twitter, man. Oh, boy.
So we desensitized pussy and titties.
Yeah, but I don't understand what's a turn on about taking a shit.
No, because the reason why, well, one, because a lot of these fetishes was underground fetishes. This was shit that was either done by escorts and was done in person. What happened was when the pandemic hit, now I can't see my favorite escort in person. So now I
Right.
got to buy video.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That what ended up happening. So because trust me, won't nobody buying shit videos like that. Scat, think about it. What's the name of it? The scat.com?
Or Scatbook, I think.
Yeah, scatbook.com. That didn't drop to what, last year? 5 years ago, wasn't nobody trying to buy no shit video or piss shit or anything like that. They were sitting there still trying to do balloon fetish, popping balloons and shit. BBW was doing feed her and feed E. They wanted, people wanted to see them get fatter and eat.
Speaking of BBWs, did you hear that I'm going to be at a BBW event shooting?
Yes.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Oh my God. That, and I'm
Oh.
gonna tell you what I like about that is that we're gonna see small women with big girls. Something that porn be trying to separate so hard.
Well, I was explaining to someone because Sarah asked me some questions. I said, and I was like, with porn, if they can't put you in a box, if they can't label you, and Mr. Nuts and I have talked about this,
Mm-hmm.
they can't put you in the box or label you, they don't know what to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be like, like that's why you have labels: anal, big tits, interracial, big dick, BBC,
Mm-hmm.
BBW, all these different labels and categories.
Yeah. And the reason why they came up with it was because once again, porn was becoming boring. So they needed something to spice it up to get sales.
Yeah.
Two, they didn't want to mix because BBWs was becoming prevalent. It began with the BBWs. Let's make this clear. And it actually was more so the mid-level companies such as that of like Invasive Angles and West Coast Productions that were doing the categories. Um, Vivid wasn't doing categories. Playboy wasn't doing categories because they weren't shooting BBWs.
Right.
They weren't really shooting black girls.
No,
It
they
was the smaller companies that were doing it. So
right.
that's the reason why the genres came up. And they made it a point that, oh, we can't mix a big girl with a small girl because how are we going to be able to label it? How are we going to be able to label it?
Well, it's interesting because Mr. Mysterious is having a BBW event, so I'm going to help. But at the same time, I was like, I know it sounds like I kind of want to like rub bodies with one.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think it's sexy to see a smaller woman with a BB dub, in my opinion. It is.
Like I'd like to like get up in between your titties and stuff.
Yeah. Because no, they act like big girls don't be friends with smaller girls or something. Like they don't hang together, go to the club or something.
Right.
Period. It's kind of like, and like I said before, porn is so conservative, they don't know how to be progressive. We just automatically assume it because of certain things they do, you know. But
Yeah.
like, but to me, like I said, it's just crazy to me how I sit back and I seen the evolution because even to the point where, like for example, interracial has became the king, like
Right.
the shit.
Right.
There used to be a time where there was no such thing as interracial porn at all.
Well, that was probably taboo to see interracial porn.
Man, it was rarity.
Yeah.
Now you see it every other fucking video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, I see that more than I see black on black.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
Because even to the point, like it was funny as shit. Shout out to my man Tripe Patrol. I actually, for the first time, saw interracial with a Filipino and a black dude. Very
Oh,
rare, straight up. And I was like, wait a second. Then I thought about, I said, I never really see Asian with black too tough.
no, because it's taboo. So can you imagine my poor mom back in the 70s? She was like called every name in the book, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was taboo for a Asian woman to, they have a hierarchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, white guy's okay. They tolerate white guy. They don't like it, but they'll tolerate if they mix with them. But if you
Mm-hmm.
mix with a black person, that's like your bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. If their colonial thought process.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's why you don't see as much of them. But I was in contact with a woman. She's of Chinese descent.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name is Hediao Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And she started a site where she was trying to bring together Asian women who were looking for Black men.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does exist. It's just
Mm-hmm.
very underground. And she would do these videos where she would blur her face out so you couldn't see her.
Mm-hmm.
But there, I mean, I don't know if have you seen, the Asian countries have progressed quite a bit, are very westernized. You
Yeah.
have Asian women now wanting fuller butts,
Yeah.
right? Dressing like Westerners,
Mm-hmm.
being like Westerners, they want booties and tits. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
initially, they're smaller, smaller people. But yeah, it's quite interesting. There is a niche for it and there's a market. It's just underground.
But see,
You know,
the reasoning why, because it doesn't make money like a Black man with a white woman. That's why when,
not here. Now you have to
yeah.
think about we're in the United States, so not here.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
here.
But see, that's the interesting part is that people don't realize we're last to get everything. We was last for BDSM. Germany was already on it.
Oh,
Europe,
Germany,
Germany was already on the
they've been
BDSM train,
right.
hands down. That was the only way you could actually see a BDSM scene is if you actually bought something from Germany or England or anything like that. Period.
Right.
Um, but over here, yeah, because it makes more money for a Black man with a white woman. Even
Right.
though, because I even said it to somebody Hispanic. I said, you realize that people don't even consider Black men with a Hispanic woman interracial, even though it is?
Right. Because, yeah, skin's right. Yeah, exactly. Or, it's funny. I was talking to someone today. He was like, oh, I didn't realize they made categories like that. He was like, I would just, he was just like, I just think, beautiful woman, whether she white, black, whatever, whatever. Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's not quite how things are done here.
Well, the reason why the category was made because guess who runs porn, people? White men. White men that are in their 50s and 60s. Let's keep it 100, goddamn. Shit. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Because because if you look at it, like I never forget I saw the documentary when Vivid did the remake of Deep Throat with Story. And I saw the owner of Vivid, his wife, look no different than the girls he's booking.
Oh, yeah.
Look no different than the girls he's booking. She had no tats.
Right.
She had the fake tits. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You can tell she had work done the whole nine. Guess
Right.
what he's booking? Boom.
Yeah.
I remember Kavor, who used to be from God, what's his name? Heat Wave videos. He used to be a trick. Guess what he used to love fucking? Black BBWs. Guess what he used to book a lot? Black BBWs. A lot of these producers and directors pick females that they would fuck in their normal personal life, the type.
Right. Right.
Period. Because even to the point that, you know, like I said, look how long it took Brazzers to finally shoot BB Dubs. Because the owners of Brazzers don't fuck BB Dubs. But because they weren't making as much money, they tried transgender BBW. They wanted to see which one generated the money. The BBW did.
Right.
That's why they shot more. That way we ain't seen no more transgender porn from them.
I saw interesting post from a talent, and she made an interesting point. Talk about like it's interesting, like when Black women are heavier set,
Yeah.
right? They're a BBW. There is no other thing. But if it's a
Mm-hmm.
white woman, they have the different acronyms like the POG and the this and the that. And you're like, well, yeah, she has a big ass, but she's also a BBW as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where
The reason for that because the BBW title was dominated by Black women. People gotta realize white BBWs won't get no play in Hollywood until interracial took over. The top
there's no
BBWs
place,
was all
right,
Black girls.
right,
Period. With some white girls mixed in, and mixed in, or they was if they wasn't black, they was Latina. You know, period. The only white BBW that was making noise was Platinum Pussy. And this other girl named Elizabeth Rowland. Other than that, that was it. All the girls that were getting booked at BBW was black. Carol Lane, she Hispanic, ladies and gentlemen. She's not black. Let's make this clear. You feel me? Goddamn April Flores is Hispanic. She's not white. You know, period. People, if you notice that Brazzers has not shot one white BBW yet. All of them is ethnic.
That's so interesting because there's plenty of them.
Yeah. But see, what happened, the reason why they did the PAW and the BBW was that they wanted to separate the white BBWs from the black BBWs by figuring out a way not to call them BBW.
Yeah, that's just so weird. You know, BBW is a BBW, whether, and just like anything else, a MILF is a MILF. Doesn't matter if you know, MILFs come in all shapes and sizes. So do BBWs.
Yeah. You know, period. Because even to the point where I done heard the argument when you have a girl that's in between thick and BBW, they don't know where to place her.
They can't being a woman.
Shit. While you playing, at one point they were calling Pinky and Cherokee the ass BBWs.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Trust me. The only reason why they did that was to make BBWs more appealing. Oh, well, we know that Pinky and them is all because Pinky and them had a big ass. That's why they call them a BBW.
The strange world of porn.
Yeah, that's why I said porn made more money when it was taboo. When it was your little hideaway, the little shame of it. Right. Now, it's on the phone, ain't no shame no more. And guess what went down? Money. Because as much as these females want to see it, talk about how much money they make, baby, you won't making as much money as the girls prior to you.
Right, yeah.
And they didn't have to do as much.
Right.
They didn't have to film every day. They didn't have to, even with webcamming. Girls didn't webcam as heavy as they did now compared to back then. Shit, yeah, a girl go 4 hours on webcam and got them generate 2,000 to 3,000.
Right.
You know, what ended up happening was girls pocket watch. They see, and it ain't that they seeing the work. That's not it. They're seeing the aftermath, which in turn makes them think what she's doing is fucking easy.
Yeah. It's funny because someone said to me, asked me about a certain webcam platform. And she's like, well, do you do okay there money-wise? I was like, yeah, you get what you put in. Okay. And so she was like, you know, I used to make quite a bit on there, but, you know, they got rid of just what she said. But then the porn stars start coming into camming and taking and, you know, kind of saturating it.
Yeah. Because when porn stopped paying girls heavily, because trust me, at the top of the level to mid-level, it was a huge drop-off in pay.
Right.
There used to be a time where no matter whether you was mid-level or you got paid $1,000. That was regular boy girl. The scale posted being if you was new in the business, 300 to 500. If you are been in the business for a year or two, we talking about 5 to 8. If you a legend, 8 or better.
Right.
That's not counting anal, ladies and gentlemen. Gangbangs was paid per man. So that means anal started at 1,000. So that means we had to do a gangbang that had a DP. That means you had 5 dudes. That's $5,000 off top.
Right.
Off top, you know, period. What ended up happening was girls want to be on the cover. They took pay cuts to be on the cover. So they can boost their escorting to say that you fucking a porn star, so you got to pay me more. But you cheapen the shit that made these niggas want to pay you more.
Right.
So, yeah. And that's the reason why the porn stars started escorting more and why they started dubbing the webcamming. Because when they sat back and saw the webcam girl, there used to be a time where you was either webcam girl or you were a porn star.
Right.
It bleeded over because the porn stars was seeing how much these webcam girls was making.
Right.
And once again, I don't have to fuck nobody. I ain't gotta suck a dick.
Yeah, but then you end up sucking a dildo. That's not any fun.
No, because there's females, a lot of these females, they don't like to fuck, period. They don't like to fuck in their personal life. Honestly. Because it's like this to me. As a man, I can't get off. Jerking off for me is just because I can't get no pussy right now.
Right.
And I'm horny and I need a release.
Right.
I'm not going to do it. If I had a choice between doing a video jerking off or video fucking sexy ass Kellie Shin, what the fuck you think I'm going to do? I'm going to fuck Kellie Shin. Well, these girls don't want to take a TTS test, let alone do a health department test. Right. Because they done hold so bad outside of this shit, they scared that they might actually got something. The other part of it is that these girls, they don't like sex as it is. They don't want to fuck. They don't want to suck a dick. Hell, they don't want to eat a pussy, ladies and gentlemen. So, guess what? I can do webcam, and I ain't got to worry about fucking that. Not realizing that you got to fucking poke yourself with a dildo, suck on a dildo, like, put it in every orifice to get these niggas to tip.
Yeah, like 30 times. You know, I'm like I was telling, yeah, it's just, you know, it's good in doses. It's like, you know, but I'm glad I did it though, Bobby, because it lit a fire under my ass, right? To go, you didn't get your ass out there and start shooting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because
and making custom vids. Like I had a few custom video requests this month and last month, and that was awesome to make. You know, I made a custom video. It was great. It was yeah, I was like, I just got to start, you know, shooting more. But speaking of shooting more, we have this great event that Mr. Nuts Production is hosting in Atlanta. So I'll be able to go and get all the scenes I need.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, it's like, to me, I'm sorry, porn was based off of boy-girl content. And it's always going to be that way. Yeah. No matter how much I want to try to change the narrative, you know, period. Because there's more people on this earth that want to see her get fucked by a dude than her fuck herself.
Yeah, I don't even want to fuck myself. Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm like, I gotta work this dildo.
Look, to show you how much men and women have became lazy, right? I know you've been seeing it on TikTok, on Instagram, the argument: who do more work during sex? And it was funny. I saw a video of a girl doing missionary like she was a man. My man said, hunch for 1 minute. He timed it. She only went for like 10 seconds.
Hey, okay, you're gonna laugh at me. So something similar I did, because I was talking to my husband.
Yeah.
Because being in porn and watching male talent and seeing what all they have to do to prepare, it made me realize, shit, you guys have a hard job. And so I was like, so what is it like from the back? So I'm over here like doing this, and he's like, you're horrible.
Yeah.
You're horrible.
Yeah. And then I saw one video where a dude was doing the squat technique that y'all do with riding dick. So he had to do it for a minute. Guess how long he lasted? He didn't last less than 10 seconds. I was like, yeah, he's squatting on the dick. Let it get on his knees and do it. He might last for about a good 7 seconds because he probably gonna get bored with moving his ass.
I mean, because I think if you think of most regular vanilla sex, right, the guy probably, you know,
vanilla sex lasts for 5 to 10 minutes. Let's
right, like, you know, sex is only gonna last 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't personally know what that's like, but you know, I've heard from, you know, some of my other married friends, because you know, when I got married to my husband, you know, day one we were, you know, very, you know, we understood each other. Like, you don't come in here and try to give me 15 minutes worth. I need a good 45 minutes, an hour is acceptable. Monday through Friday.
Even with me, like, well, I ain't even gonna lie, my wife puts me out quick, so she's the only woman that can do it. that nut does it. Don't get twisted. It's a good 15, 20 minutes, maybe even a good strong 30. But trust me, when I hit it, I'm done for the most part. Because you know what I'm saying. But the point being is that vanilla sex is like I said before, is the reason why we porn stars. Because we're not supposed to do vanilla sex.
Right.
Our money is made off of taboo shit, non-normal shit.
Yeah.
Period. The average man did not get his dick rolled in it, not for no 10 to 5 minutes. No. He may not even see a ride unless she's just feeling froggy or she comes off of it.
Or two, like blowjobs.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Last time I got a blowjob from my wife.
No.
Yeah, it's been that long, people. I don't remember it. Have we had sex? Yeah. But do I get
now this is something you know what? I'm trying to think, when's the last time? Yeah, I used to be more frequent with it when I was younger, but as I've gotten busier and have other things, I try to at least give him one, at least one or two a week, but it gets a little busy sometimes. You just don't have the energy to do that. Blowjobs are hard work, Bobby.
No shit.
No, seriously, that's why it's called blow job, not blow.
No, that's what I mean. I agree with you. Just like pussy eating is a lot of goddamn work. Cause some of you motherfuckers just don't come that easy off of your pussy being ate. Let's keep it 100. It's a lot of licking involved.
Speaking of that, guess what?
What?
I squirted.
Yes, I remember you. Yeah, I saw what happened to that poor computer.
It's still working because I'm using it right now. But
that's a strong computer, guys. That bitch looked like it was in the rain. I said, damn.
But I was so proud of myself because I had been training and practicing.
So explain this, because I had a homegirl, my homegirl, Kirby Hypnotic. She learned how to squirt. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how do you learn to squirt? Which means that women can learn how to do the technique. So how did you learn how to squirt?
Okay, first I had to find my G-spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I, went and looked up G-spot, looked at the anatomy. So I was like, oh, okay. Then I looked up squirting. And I'm like, okay, so they said you're supposed to find your G-spot, which is like right here.
Yeah,
like,
right underneath the hood.
Right.
That's why dudes, hold on, I gotta do my finger. See that? Hold on, this one. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do.
So you find your G-spot, but you know what really helped me? Mm-hmm. Someone described the G-spot. They said when you feel it, it will be bumpy, like an orange peel. Mm-hmm. It won't be soft like the rest of you. So I was like, oh, here it is. And you just have to be patient. And you just kind of rub it and massage it, and then all of a sudden you just like.
Yeah. That's the reason why for you straight dick niggas, curved dick niggas always get the G-spot.
Yes.
Because we scrape against it every time we go in because the pussy is curved. Yes. Period. A lot of people don't realize that.
It's like going like this.
Yeah.
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 All of here. So
when y'all figure y'all making that girl goddamn, she's enjoying it sometimes. No, motherfucker, you actually hurting it with your straight dick ass. You ain't even hitting the bottom, nigga. You hitting like right when it curves.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I was able to squirt, and I was very proud of myself. And I'm just gonna, but I realized you have to be hydrated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you gotta drink a lot of water.
If I didn't drink enough water, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have any. But
so are we gonna try to squirt in Atlanta during the scene?
You know what? I haven't squirted with a male yet. I've only squirted by myself. But I might have to work that in.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to give y'all females a tip. The best position is actually reverse cowgirl. Let me explain why. Because one, you can actually double team your pussy with your finger rubbing the clit, and you can push because the way that you ride the dick, it actually pushes up against your G spot way more so than if you was riding a cowgirl,
Oh,
because you're pulsing your pelvis this way.
right.
You get what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, period. That's why whenever you see like a squirt scene, the harder squirt scene is always a girl doing reverse cowgirl leaning back, because the dick is pressed against the G spot as it goes in, especially for straight dick dudes.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
And you're able to play with your clit at the same time. You can't do that when you riding them cowgirl because you lean forward half the time.
okay. So, well, I'm glad you told me that because I really hate that position. And when I'm
Mhm.
asked to be in that position, I'm just like, fuck, right? So now I'm like, okay, I can deal with this position a little better.
Yeah, because see that, because that's the whole point. It's like doggy styles is one of the main ones that make a girl squirt. Um, Missionary, but the guaranteed one is actually reverse cowgirl, because anything where you got to push your pelvis this way against the dick is going to make it hit against the G spot as you go in and out on it.
Now, let me ask you this. Would it be better, like, okay, is it better to have a bigger dick to do that?
It doesn't matter about the size.
Oh, the
Now,
size doesn't matter.
what you want is, how can I put this? What you want is a dick. You want thickness, because one, it make the pussy stretch and it scrape against way more so than a skinny dick would. Because he got to maneuver it a little bit. He can have the big, he can have 11 inch, but if he ain't at least a centimeter, two inch centimeter,
Okay.
period. That's why dudes like Shane Diesel, Brickzilla, even Richard Mann can make a girl squirt with thought, because their dick is thick enough to where when he hits, he's brushing against the clit because it's thick. Period. That's why females prefer thickness over length, because thickness, I don't have to sit here and move a certain way to hit the wall. I'm hitting the wall as I go in. Now, what you would want to have is a curved dick, because then the curved dick curves to the pussy
Well,
way easier, especially on the reverse cowgirl side.
I haven't seen too many of those at the shoot houses.
No, because there's more straight dick niggas than it is curved dick niggas.
All right. I'm gonna have to inspect, in Atlanta when I go. I'm gonna be like, who has a curved? Who has a curved?
Period. Now, because like I said, I mean, a lot of times is the reason why those positions is there. Period. It just like what I was telling somebody about, even with part the butt cheeks. Believe it or not, it makes the pussy tighter on the dick because I'm part the butt cheek, which means that I'm making the pussy as the butthole stretch. Excuse me, as the booty stretch, the pussy tights in.
Mm-hmm.
See, people don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Though I say I studied the woman's body a lot and learned a lot. Trust me. That's why I can sit here and say with confidence, every girl that I done shot with had an orgasm. She may not have it in the first shoot, but she had it by the time we were done by the end of the day. But yeah, but see, that's why I kept saying is like, to me, is that the business itself, the problem is the reason why the money is not being made the way it's being made is that there's not enough fucking in the industry, not quality fucking. Period. I was telling somebody the other day, some of you girls that sucking dick to swell it down y'all goats, you're not supposed to look like you in pain sucking the dick, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, I'm gonna end up doing the top 10 or top 5 of the best dick suckers in the game, so some of y'all motherfuckers can watch and see how it's supposed to be done. It's like a man eating pussy look like he in pain. No, no.
Right, yeah, him what? Ugh.
It like he licking it like he's got that black draw or something out this bitch. like his medicine or something. It just
But you know what's so funny? Okay, so speaking of that, that's a request I get a lot on cam.
What?
like, oh, shove it down your throat. And you're just like,
No, because they've been trained to think that deep throat is a great skill. You ain't got to be the greatest dick sucker. You ain't got to be a great dick sucker with deep throating. Deep throating is just, honestly, it's more so, how can I put this? It's more the shock value than the actual feeling.
well, here's the thing. Like, I don't mind deep throating, but unfortunately, I have to work up to that point. I can't start off with deep throating.
No, you got to have a lot of spit for the deep throat.
Yeah, like I gotta build up my spit. I gotta warm up my throat and my
You got to
mouth.
warm up your jaws. Fuck the
Yeah,
throat,
like,
the
yeah.
jaws. Because, dude, there's nothing worse than a woman getting lockjaw. She can get lockjaw on the dick.
Can you imagine having to go to the emergency room with that?
I see actual sex emergency. Girl was deep throat the dude and her jaw got stuck.
Uh,
He should I ain't know that. I was just getting her head and it got and I can't They had to break her jaw in order for
uh, uh. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, guys are like deep throating. I'm like,
No, I'm
I,
gonna tell you what's funny. Karen Steffens was called Superhead, right? She's considered the greatest dick sucker of all time. If
okay.
y'all notice, she never deep throats a dick. If y'all watch her dick suck video with Mr. Morgan, she never deep throated his dick.
Now here's the thing. I can deep throat certain dicks, right? If they're smaller,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, I can put my mouth up until,
Yeah.
yeah. But like when it's huge, like when it's like this big, I can't I can't do anything with that.
No. But what made her great was that she understood spit
I can do this.
and hand. Spit and hand.
Yeah,
Yeah. Me personally, I like when a girl lick the shaft.
Hmm,
You feel me? To me, you know what I'm saying? It's the look of it, the feel.
yeah,
She
I'm like,
sucked on the dick. I don't necessarily need her to deep throat me. Don't get it twisted. Do I enjoy deep throat? What man don't? But if she can't deep throat me, shit, hell, to me, if you can get it halfway in, I'm good. I'm more about the spit and the
yeah,
saliva and the
I'm more like,
wetness.
I think of a dick like I'm licking a popsicle, like,
Yeah. When y'all look at the popsicle, y'all don't deep throat the popsicle. Stop.
oh,
No, you suck on it.
suck
Period. And like I
the,
said, and what made Mr. Marcus about to come, because she was doing this
yeah,
with her
with,
hand and
yeah,
with spit, period.
yes,
That's you know what I'm saying? So to me, you don't necessarily need to be great at a deep throat in order to be great at head.
right. And head does not mean deep throat.
Hmm. Yeah,
Well,
no.
no.
But see, the problem is because people, how can I put this? They mix up rough sex with good sex
Right.
because deep throating was a part of rough sex.
Oh.
Think about it. When 9 out of 10, when you see a female, she deep throating, she going hard on the dick. She,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
you feel me? Period. The dude grabbing her head, pushing it in. It was a part of rough sex. Period. Because
Yeah.
even with
Which it's fine. And it happens. It's like, it happens occasionally, right?
yeah,
It's not like these people act like it's an everyday occurrence. It's like putting on my underwear.
yeah. Because see, the thing about it is, to me, let me tell this person, I know I'm finishing up. Um, to me, like I said again, we get our sexual images of what sex is from
Right.
porn, but
Yeah,
that's not necessarily what sex is.
correct. And that's why, I was telling you earlier, I kind of felt a certain way when you had these virgins, you know, making these demands. And I was just like, I don't want to be that person that you think this is how sex is supposed to be.
Yeah,
So I'm just going to hang up now.
yeah. Because it's just funny because like when you hear people See, they talking about sex. I heard one dude say sex should be out. I mean, not sex. Porn should be outlawed. It should be against the law, white porn. This and third. Have y'all motherfuckers learned your sex shit from porn?
God, can you imagine if it was like if we couldn't watch porn in the United States?
Man, would nobody having good sex at all?
You know how grumpy everyone would be at work?
That's why they grumpy now. Ain't nobody having sex.
Now.
Because to me, that's the reason why I said with our business, people gotta realize what we do on camera is because we supposed to do that on camera. Because we supposed to do sex that you're not accustomed to seeing or experiencing. Right. Because everybody don't have a hour-long fuck session.
No, some people can't even last that long.
Yeah, no. Can't
even get hard.
Yeah, no. Because even with riding the dick, he got to be a certain type of hardness for it to stay in.
Yeah.
You know, period. Women got to know the positioning of how to ride a dick.
Right.
You know, shouts out to my girl, goddamn Miss, she knows who she is, goddamn, the sex therapist. That has a whole class on riding dick. Yeah. But yeah, because the simple fact of it that's why I said when you have more Indians want to become chief, it muddies up the industry.
Yeah.
And because when people think I'm crazy when I say this, when porn became governed by the way the content creators shoot and not how Mr. Nuts, the industry shoots, it changed the game for the worse because now everyone thinks this is how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Versus when I watched porn back in the day, it was more sensual. Right. It was more sexy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even they didn't start out pounding. They built up to the pound.
Yeah, there's some sort of engagement.
Yeah. There was some pussy. There was some kissing on tits. This, that, and the third. And once again, porn, we created our own hell. Because motherfuckers was like, the dumb thought, well, they're just going to fast forward through it. So let's just make video. Let's just cut out the skit part and just put the fuck part. That's where the wall-to-wall come from. Because people think Gonzo is wall-to-wall. No. Wall-to-wall means there's no skit, no build-up. We're just fucking from beginning to end. Gonzo, there's a skit that precedes the porn. Period. It's not a, what I'm saying, that these were all clips. This was based off of clips.
Right.
It seems. So when these content creators came in and now you giving me a 6-minute video, you hit this girl doggy style, holding your cell phone, not even holding it the right way so I can see everything. I digress. But the point being is that is what they think sex is.
Yeah.
So now that's what we getting. That's the reason why, like I said, when porn was more sensual, guess what R&B was? More sensual. More making love. Now that sex done became more hardcore because my timeline is so filled up with motherfuckers getting the shit fucked out of their ass for 2 minutes, and you think that's how it's supposed to be, knowing damn well your ass, go ahead and fuck strong for 2 minutes and see if you last. And then the girl get you stupid because she ain't get to bust a nut, but you bust your nut in 2 minutes because you want to sit here not realizing that they done looped that. They done looped it. But how we shot, like Samaj or what have you, he got 4 cameras. So you getting the same angle, you getting 4 different angles of the same positioning. So you thinking he pounded for 15 minutes doggy when that shit was 5 fucking minutes. He just extended it with the different angles.
Different angles and then edited it all together.
Yeah. You know how many times I actually watched a porn scene and I noticed that they basically looped it. I never forget. I was like, damn, didn't you just say that 5 minutes ago? We wind it back 5 minutes. Oh, they looped this shit. Yeah. The funny of the magic of the camera.
Oh, the camera.
Ooh, look at that outfit.
Editing software. Oh, this is my I'm gonna cam after this.
So she already ready to work.
But I'm only camming for an hour, Bobby.
Mm.
I gave myself a time limit.
I am not mad at you, boo. No,
And
because
1 hour.
yeah, because but see, that's why I tell females once you build up your base, you scale back on your camming because now you got the base. So you ain't got to sit here and go hard for 8 to 12 hours.
No.
Cause all you got to do now is just you can do what's called cam shows. Cause that what cam really was cam shows.
Right,
It
right,
was what ended up happening was the girls that weren't making money were the ones that were going strong for 12 hours and doing all that
right.
because they
Yeah,
had no choice.
right. It was I just do 1 hour. And then that's it. And then I go about my business. In fact, I'll do it for 1 hour, then I'm gonna go downstairs in my basement and probably work out.
Yeah, because the simple fact of that women don't realize it like this because they're so greedy for the money.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and not even because they need the money, because everybody need the money, but it's more so flexing. So
and
I can
you
flex.
the thing is I had to, people, I don't know why people always ask me this when I tell them, what I do. They go, "Do you make good money?" And that always bothered me because I'm like, why does the money have to do anything about it? Like, we live in America. You can make money doing anything.
Mhm.
I can make money making water bottles if that's what I want to do,
No, because people want that sympathy. I did it because I won't make any money, so I had to do escort to explain why they got in it. Instead of them just saying, I wanted to try my hand in doing the business.
Yeah. So I'll tell people, I'm like, you get in what you put in.
Yeah. Because like this, can't no woman sit and tell me otherwise. The reason why you got to the point because you
No,
thought you was sexy enough that you felt motherfuckers would spend money on watching you play with yourself and fuck another dude.
absolutely.
Because if that the case, okay then. During the pandemic, people said they weren't having jobs, this, that, and third, right? Y'all was getting stimulus checks. Y'all
People,
didn't have to worry about paying your rent because they couldn't kick you out.
right,
Period. Some of you motherfuckers found a way to make money through other businesses that had nothing to do with porn.
right,
The influencers, y'all was making money, y'all was still traveling,
right,
going to Dubai during COVID time.
right.
Period. People that get to this business choose to get to this business. What it is they just don't want to be truthful about why they got in it. Because it's something that they wanted to try. They sat there and saw Kelly. Because now I don't want to be you. Because remember we talked about this with Miss B Nasty. Females and guys, when they look at when they pocket watch, it's a different thought process. For guys, it's okay, how he making that money? Okay, what all he doing? Okay, how he contacting the girls, how he doing this, and this, right? Because we have to find a girl to fuck on camera. We just can't make money off of solos.
Right.
Period. Even the dudes that do the gay shit don't make money off of solos.
Yeah, they
Stop
say
lying to everybody.
dudes.
Period. Even if, because let's be honest, how many guys you see webcamming? I want y'all to think about that for a
No,
second.
I see guys who do live shows, but they need a female usually.
My point exactly. See, she just proved my point. With females, let me tell you how they think. And I ain't lying because I didn't heard them say it. That's that skinny bitch making that much money just playing with her pussy. I do that every day. I got bigger ass. I got bigger tits. I think I look better than her.
Right.
I suck dick way better than her. You know how many dudes that motherfuckers love to fuck me and would pay for it? I'm out with y'all choose to do this business because you saw my next chick that did it and you felt you was better. Or you could do it too.
Yeah, some, I guess like some women do. It's funny because I've never asked other female talent why they got into porn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I can see that. It's funny because sometimes I think I'm off in my own little island because
Mm-hmm.
people ask me questions like, again, they think, well, why do you do porn or what, or why don't you? And I'm like, to be honest with you, Bobby, I don't have to do porn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To survive. I chose to do porn
Mm-hmm.
because one, it is lucrative if you put your time in. and it's fun, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I don't, if I walked away tomorrow, I'll still be able to eat, pay my mortgage, and do
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. But this is fun. And it's like, I think people put money on it too much. And when you put money on it too much, then things are
And
sour.
see, that's the reason why they end up leaving the business,
Right.
because they walking in because they see what this girl is doing, they see how much she's making, and they're not respecting what she's doing, because part of that respect is realizing what she's doing is not easy to do, and
It's
not
not.
everybody can do it. But
Right.
because they don't have respect for our business, and they
Right.
think what we doing ain't shit,
Right.
they willing to jump in it.
Right.
Because think about it. How many motherfuckers do you hear sit here and say with porn, yeah, I'm only gonna do it for a couple of months or a year or two, pay some bills, save us
Well,
some
that's
money and
what
get
a lot
out.
of people did during COVID. And all these people who had OnlyFans sites during COVID and doing all this stuff, a lot of them after COVID left. They either
Yeah.
left and went back to what they were doing, or they're like, wait a minute, I'm making a shit ton of money. I'm just going to stay over here. But a lot of
Mhm.
people just left.
Yeah. And
It's
think about this. You don't hear no one saying, I'm gonna try this acting thing, in Hollywood for, couple months,
right,
try to make me a little bit of money to get through my bills. No, I'm gonna try this music thing,
right.
I'm gonna try this, nail tech thing and da. No, they walk in knowing that this is gonna take me time and I'm in it for the long haul. That
Yeah,
ain't the same thought process when these girls come into this business with. That's why
right.
they leave so quick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because I was sitting there thinking, I was talking to someone and I was telling them, I know during COVID, people were at home camming, making money. And I was like, I didn't do shit when I was, when it was COVID, I was at home taking care of my kids. I wasn't camming. I
Hmm.
was doing stuff with the kids. I didn't even think about it. Wasn't even on
Hmm.
OnlyFans, didn't do none of that.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, I'm here because I like what I do.
Yeah,
I like to do this and it's
yeah.
fun.
And
You
that would kill me because a lot of these girls don't want to admit that shit. The Instagram models, they don't want to admit. Like I saw these Instagram models that I used to follow heavy. These twins called the double twins. They gorgeous, and I saw they had OnlyFans. So of course I said they probably just showing some nude pics, maybe some nude twerking. No, they sitting here doing girl on girl with this chick. I saw a video of it where one of them was on the face, the other one was coochie rubbing, doing the sister thing.
yeah.
And I said, so y'all ain't making much money as an influencer, huh? Sukiana, why did she get OnlyFans? Won't making money with the rap.
Or greed is a thing. Maybe
Yeah.
they just people, they weren't making enough money. See, here's another thing. I have a cutoff with
Hmm.
webcamming, right? I just need a certain number and then I stop. I've had to
Yeah.
because if I want to, like, people don't realize how much time and effort it takes to make that. They're like, oh, she made $3,000 off one show.
You know how much work you had to do to get that 3 grand? Oh, by the way, the
Yeah,
webcam companies
yeah,
get more of the cut than you. So that means you got to work double hard to see that money.
double. Hey, let me tell you, on a certain site, they take 70% off the top.
Yeah.
The other site I was on, they take a smaller percentage, but then if you're with an agency, because now this is what's happening. You have these agencies popping up that want to run your OnlyFans site, they want to run your shit for you, and they want to cut. They have full-on LLCs, agencies that go in and handle your chat, handle your stuff, handle everything. That's how many people are. It's got to that point. There's that many people doing this shit that now they got agencies that manage them. And
And
they
think about that. That was never prevalent. You get what I'm saying? Because if you had someone that handled your site, 9 out of 10 was your producer for the most part. Now you have whole agencies that, like you said, that's doing it. So now that money that you're making, you got to split that 3 ways with the agency that you just signed with, the site that you're making the money off of, and you. Oh, by the way, if they're handling all your sites, they get a cut off of all your sites. So
Yeah.
that means if with mini vids where it's 20%, so I got to pay 20%. They get their 20%. The agency probably get their 25%. That combined is 55%.
And a lot of
That you
these
got to kick out before you see your money.
and a lot of these agencies aren't talking 25%. They're talking 50%,
Yeah.
30%. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you really making money?
Right.
See, that's part of the reason why I left my damn best friend job. Because it wasn't because lucky for me, he won't take out taxes. If he did, I wouldn't have made a dime because hell, he would take it 300 off of fucking Uber from doing Uber out my check. I was paying more for Uber than I was in taxes and child support. So that's why I keep telling everybody it's kind of like, and the reason why this came up because once again, you females that sat here and thought it was easy, y'all also fucking lazy as shit. Because I'd be goddamn if I'm gonna pay somebody 50% to do some shit, I can do my goddamn self.
Yeah,
ain't no fucking way.
And one of the issues I had, when I was telling, I kind of had a split. But it taught me a lesson, Bobby, and it taught me, well, shit, if you want things done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Damn self.
Yeah. They were misrepresenting me, and I was getting clients that told me, they're like, hey, is this you messaging me? This doesn't sound like you. Or I had complaints from clients when I would get on camp, and it was very embarrassing. So it taught me like, hey, you're just going to have to take the time and do this shit yourself. So, now, I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm just going to do it myself and, make as much as I can. And, I have my little goal, have my, what I need to hit. And once I do that, I leave.
Yeah, because even with me, like on the podcasting tip, I don't have the money to spend for someone to edit because guess what? They're gonna charge me out the ass to edit my video.
Right.
They're gonna charge me out the ass to make trailers, to make the full video, to upload, and all that. Period.
I'll give you an example. I had a custom video, right? 2 custom videos.
Mm-hmm.
And it took some time. I could have been a lazy ass and be like, no, it's okay. But I would have passed up. One was $700.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was $300. I had to do multiple scenes for the other one because he wanted a Home Alone type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to different spots to shoot. I had to do different angles. I had to cut. I had to, edit them together. I had to add music. So like there's work. It's not easy. It's not just showing up. There's work.
Mm-hmm.
Being appealing to people. This is work. Everything about this screams work.
Yeah. But like I said, because it's sex, because it's beauty, they don't think it's work. Because it like the perfect example. I'll never forget it was this show. Well, of course, everyone remember when what my girl name? Hold on. Yeah. No, like it was an Amber Rose. And she was acting why this rapper was hating on the girls, whatever. He kept saying, what do y'all do? What do y'all do to make y'all money? What y'all do to make y'all money? Beauty makes money. You have to keep up with your beauty.
You do.
Period. You have to keep up with your nails. You got to keep up with your hair. Ladies, it's the reason why they go to the gym.
But, and that's another thing, right? So people think, oh, you must have this, because that's what they think. Oh, you get your hair done, your nails done. I'm like, bitch, I do my own nails. Do you know how much nails cost? I do my own lashes. I can't afford to keep going.
Shit, nowadays I cut my own fucking hair for as much as they charge me at the goddamn barbershop lately. Shit, $30 for a fucking haircut. What the fuck?
I do everything myself. I do my manicure, I do my pedicure, I do everything. I've had to learn myself.
Hmm.
You can't sit there and rely on other people doing everything for you or going to do everything for you.
Yes. And that is so true. So I done had her up here for an hour and I got another show I got to damn do and I hate. But she will be back, people. She will be
I
back.
will be back because I've changed my working schedule, so I need to make more time to socialize and be on different platforms other than
Yes.
just sitting behind my camera camming all day.
So it's a possibility the Blasian Goddess Hour might be back.
They might be back.
Might be back. Because the Prima Smoker's been asking about it, though. I ain't going to lie with
We'll,
that.
we'll, we'll have to talk a little later, Bobby,
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Oh, most definitely. So with that being said, baby girl, tell everybody where they can spend money on you.
You can spend money on me and you can go to blasiangoddess.com, blasianmilf.com, naughtyblasian.com,
Hmm.
any of those.
There you go, people. So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? You haven't learned anything. Smoke this over. Say goodbye to the smokers, baby.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you soon.
Oh, yes. Hopefully very soon. We
Yeah.
out. Deuces.